Well, let's look at the way CNN. So now we all know they screwed up last week, right? So they screwed up by saying that they had gotten the second bomber when they hadn't gotten the second bomber, and they reported it a couple of times. And then they reported that the guy had brown skin. Remember that? Let's listen to that.
It was described to me as a dark-skinned male individual. I was told by one of these sources, who was a law enforcement official, that this was a dark-skinned male. A source who had been briefed on the investigation, I should say, that the suspect was a dark-skinned male.
And then that was John King, and he went on to even say that he had a Muslim, he had a Middle Eastern complexion, which...
You know, the Huffington Post reported that one of the suspects was showing some side boob.
They're on it.
So I was watching CNN, and they had the guy come on, and he started to talk about the way the media had misreported the Boston bombing suspect apprehension. And I was like, oh, this guy's going to bust CNN's right on CNN? He's going to give it to him? Well, let's listen to what he says, and you'll see why I have this.
And I love the way that we've been cautious at each step here, and we know that.
Yeah, he loves the way that they've been cautious at each step. Each step they've been cautious, except for that time when they weren't, and they got the story completely wrong. Okay.
And I love the way that we've been cautious at each step here, and we know the last 4 days, the police have made errors. Eyewitnesses have made errors. It's easy to make errors.
I think you skipped somebody. The police made errors. The eyewitnesses made errors. Mm-hmm. It's easy to... Yeah, you made the errors. I don't know if you remember that. Remember you guys saying brown-skinned, and they had them? Remember that stuff?
But one of the things to keep in mind is
that we aren't good at our jobs. And so we are under ratings pressures like everybody. Most of the guys here aren't even news people. Let's be honest, right? I don't know. Where did Anderson Cooper come from? So then they got so nervous at CNN that they were afraid to report anything for a little while, right? So I was watching this one guy, and he was trying to get a live report. He was reading his phone. Someone just gave him some information, and let's listen to it.
Just got a note, apparently, from State Police spokesman David Procopio, who... well, I don't want to go with that just yet. I can tell you that...
I'm scared.
Yeah, he told me to stop making crap up. I think that's what he was telling me. I'm sorry, folks.
He thinks I'm really cute on camera.
I'm sorry, folks. I lost confidence in my own judgment since John Keane made us look like as reliable as a drunk teenager. So I'm not going to report this right now. Trust me, folks, the information on this note is unbelievable. But first, a word from our sponsors. Okay.
Verizon is offering me a discount on the minutes, but I really can't confirm that right now.
I mean, that's kind of wild, right? The guy, I'm being handed a note here. It's like, I can't. I'm not going to say this. You're on the news. You can't do that. You can't tease me like that.